So this can triple it. Running.
Recording in progress.
Yes.
Back to our regular meeting. It's now 12 p.m. It's governance. We're now on item number 2 on our agenda. Governance Committee report. That's mine. Okay, I'll reiterate the number of voting members by law. I believe we have 8 or 7.
Minimum of 5, no greater than 9, but a minimum of 5. The
Okay.
law says that there should be 5 members.
Yeah.
One is from finance or accounting, and one is a parent. With the passing of Trustee Ergisa, we're down to 4 board members. However, we acknowledge that my role and the principal are also board members, but non-voting.
Yeah.
To comply with our own bylaws, through a work session held on January 15, the board accepted the application of Mrs. Marsha Barnes to be the 5th voting member of the trustee, filling the committee on as a parent as well.
Okay. Because as to have luck, you will now have to be the trustee to oversee the finances of the charter school.
Yeah, because he's been wearing 2 hats.
You've been wearing to have a parent and a finance. Now we
That's why I'm getting bald.
welcome Ms. Barnes to take over the parent representation of the Guahan Academy and Charter School Board of Trustees. Okay, and thank you again, Ms. Barnes, for volunteering to be part of this very hard working board of trustees.
It's a
For
volunteer
RT work.
work, yes. It's a volunteer
Thank you very much.
work. Thank
Okay.
you for giving your time.
So that's clear. We have enough member right now for the trustees. Is that correct?
I have a question.
Go ahead, sir.
What about the other applicants?
Oh, I forgot there was one applicant that was referred by trustee. You have that right.
Yeah, so we'll have a work session, again, another work session to fill in, because there was a recommendation during the work session that we can fill up to 6 or 7
Yeah.
because no late.
7 would be great.
So we'll have another work session on that, but to fulfill at that work session, the trustees voted that just to fulfill, we prioritize Mrs. Marsha.
Well, I think my concern was, we can't always be expected to be at the meeting for whatever reason. I mean, I know that if you go Thailand, you can Zoom, but we just can't predict. And today I could be in good health and tomorrow bye-bye world, But anyway, that was
Recommend.
All right, thank you.
Any proposed date for a work session to look into the other applications
Well, next week sometime.
next week?
I'm just talking about myself because I have to catch up on work.
I'm okay. Except for probably my port meeting, which is only once a month. And this is one meeting I don't want to miss.
February 4,
So I'll be okay.
Wednesday.
Any schedule that
4 is
the
a
rest of the
Wednesday.
trustees.
Or do you
February
prefer
4 is good.
Saturday? I know it was brought up before Saturday would be
A good one.
a good one too, because especially
like
for those who
Saturday
have
too.
a work
Yeah.
Saturday in the morning.
Yeah, you working.
Where do you work at?
Hawthorne Auto Parts.
See,
What's that? What's the company?
Hawthorne Auto Parts. It's an auto parts store in Sylvania.
auto parts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
February 7 is
Isn't
that
that February?
What is Hawthorne?
February 7 is that
Saturday. For a work
Is
session.
that by Dennis area?
Further down. No, I don't have a.
February 7 is the one they
Saturday. Yeah. And you're gonna guarantee gonna be there.
Tentative schedule, February 7th,
Okay, anytime,
What time?
as long as I'm not off island.
10 o'clock. But are you going off island this on February
I'll
7th?
be off.
Yeah, that's February 7th. Are you able to check?
But you can do Zoom, right?
I don't like to.
Yeah, so which one? If
So
you're
you
not
don't like to-
available on February 7th, what
Especially
day?
if I don't have connectivity in the place where I'm gonna be.
Will you be off island on February 7th, Chairwoman?
I think around about that week, but I will check and I'll get back to you. Yeah. I think after that, I'll have Valentine's in the Philippines. How about that?
Okay, I think we agree on that.
Because the next Saturday, January 31st. Do you prefer January
no.
31st?
Do it earlier.
That's the earliest.
Yeah,
That's the
Tell
Saturday.
you what,
January 31st is this coming Saturday,
Saturday.
and then the next Saturday is February 7th. So those are
Which
the
one?
two. Which one?
31st or
on-
something.
when is it?
I'm okay with both.
Saturday. I think the 31st, get it out of the way.
January 31st. 9 o'clock?
And
10 o'clock at the LRC.
Okay,
Or here. It's
yeah,
February 7th,
January 31st.
January 31st.
Earlier here at the office at 10 a.m. Right. Yes.
okay.
Thank you. So tentative.
that's 10 a.m. each day.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Next, Madam Faye, for your
Thank you. Just count it there. Okay. Board member applications, we already have that. Going.
acceptance of
Yeah.
the swearing.
Ms. Barnes, thank you. We already did the swearing in. And acceptance. Legal counsel RFP, I think we're done with this.
Yes, it was released and based on the committee evaluation, which was attended by one of Ms. Lu, Mr. Ibla at that time. The awarding is now just for board action to officially announce that the awarding.
Okay, can I have a motion on the floor to reaffirm the awarding of legal legal counsel services for GACS be given to Selene?
Attorney Jackie Terlahi,
Attorney
law
Jackie
office.
Terlahi. Motion on the floor, please. Hurry up.
When was the end? What was the end of?
I believe was it September last year?
Yeah, so the evaluation was done in September.
Okay. Yeah, I second that.
No, you
Or
put it on the floor.
Oh, okay.
You have to put the
All right.
motion on the
I
floor
take
and
it back.
Ms. Lou would second and then we'll
Yeah.
vote.
Yeah, so move on the understanding.
We
Reaffirmation.
can- Yeah, okay. Ms. Lou, I need your second.
I second the motion.
Okay, motion on the floor, the selection of attorney Jackie Terlahi as the legal counsel from GACS, seconded by trustee Lou, San Nicholas. Yes, vote aye,
I,
ayes have it, thank you.
Thank Last,
Ms. Barnes.
we may now move on to Curriculum College and Career Committee report. On behalf of Ms. Rosie, I would like to inform you that there were 5 applicants for the dual enrollment this fall, January at GCC. All of them complied with the application forms. Their names were given to the dean of GCC. But there's only 2 who officially registered and started their classes already from our seniors. There's still 1 going on. The process is somehow the same as to when they're applying as a college student. So they have to go through all the application
Yeah.
forms. The only difference is that they get the recommendation from our principal and our counselors with their affirmation of their
Also, if I may
credentials.
mention, I think earlier I I spoke to the CEO and um, Senator Munya Barnes have actually proposed that except for the word dual enrollment, that on the article she was saying that yesterday's newspaper, yesterday that our high schools should be able to enroll already to college, right? Of certain mini grade level. And I said that reaffirms our action in adopting this since last year. That we get into dual enrollment, our kids are actually ready from high school to be able to enroll to UOG. That's the UOG and GCC's part to get their process and their regulations or their requirements towards our students. So we're ahead of the game. I think
I have a question there. I think you may know it, or for the credits that they attain, is it under the word or college?
It's gotta be both.
Oh,
so. It's a good program.
If the student is taking English, that
Yeah.
fulfills the English
Requirement for the college, right? So that it would be good to probably write the senator and let her know that we're currently doing that program, rather
And
than because it becomes a law that it gets mandated, but we already have it.
another good thing
It's being
about it,
proposed as a public law.
it secures their attendance
Yeah,
to the local university or college, right?
yeah,
I'll
Knowing
read
that
up
it's
on
for-
that article.
yeah.
So specifically know the
That's-
purpose of the bill or the,
Yeah, that's
Because I have
already
not-
in line with the CCR program that we have. And at the same time, I think somebody must have advised the good senator about preparing our kids ready from high school on, right? Of course, not everybody will go to college, but it's a good deal that the intent is really good. The intent must be really good for the senator to look into that and make sure that some sort of like assistance probably is rendered to students. Maybe the busing issue would be resolved, right? Like students that would like to go from this to this place and be able to, I don't know. But research on that, please, CEO, and look at the intent of the law and what the senator and good senator wants to do regarding the.
is it on
Push
PTN?
this post, roll post. All they have
Because the one that we have shared is the bill on proposing for an 8th charter school from Senator Munya Barnes.
I did not see that.
The
yesterday,
8th charter school, which is, I believe there's other
charter school.
charter schools coming up. So she's in support of having another or more charter school,
For me,
specifically on hospitality and
yeah.
is that the one you're
That's-
referring to?
No, that's a different one. They're proposing that another charter school be formed, focusing on hospitality only.
Hospitality and tourism.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that's the
hospitality
only
and
one I
tourism.
have read, but
Yeah.
I will look
But
into the
yesterday- Yes.
new bill or the new proposal of the senator
And
and
it
we'll
makes
give you
sense.
update.
It makes sense because that, I think from GDO standpoint of view, that should be almost like something that they should prepare their students. So they could have, like Lou was saying, their English should be already credited to the English college that they're already attending, right? So those are the things that probably makes, and
We
it's
have a
actually-
policy
it's
on
actually
that.
ongoing, right?
Yes.
It's really ongoing. So it would be nice to write the senator and say this is really in progress and this is what's happening. Be nice for them to know that, because when it comes to our budget preparation again, I mean, these guys have no qualms in approving our budget. So those are good to share with the community that we're doing this ahead of the game of what they're proposing as law. And I think
The students that have gone through the process but are not officially enrolled. Do we know the reason? Is it
Yeah.
transportation problems?
It's their parents, their parents has to bring them to submit their
Yeah.
application form. It's just like how we already connected them with our nurse's office. That way they can fulfill the requirements because all the requirements they have to be updated with
Oh.
their shot records, things
Yeah.
like that. But because they're minors, they have to be
Yeah.
accompanied by their parents.
Yeah,
So it's a
exactly.
matter
Yeah,
of
that's a good
them really
that's a good point.
physically bringing
Point that out to
their
the senator and see what can be waived in that aspect. As long as, the parents are in consent with, with all those process of going to college from high school, that will be a big help for the senator to kind of like look at legislation or a bill that
assist.
can take off those requirements, right? Yeah, be nice. Yeah. And I'm quite sure she'll be happy to know.
Noted.
Yep.
So on that next last board work session as well, it was brought up that there's a need to switch the dates for our PD number 8 from the annual calendar of February 9, 2026 to move it to this next Friday, February 6.
What is that day on the period? Is it usually-
Originally in the calendar, it's a Monday, but I have informed the trustees last work session that Monday is usually a Sunday in the States, and they are the work. So we have put that in mind that for this coming calendar year, we'll make sure that we put it on a Friday or midweek
Lagi
week
lang ang
rather than
midweek.
on a Monday. That
Lucky
way,
on midweek, maybe a Wednesday. Depends on their schedule.
depends on the schedule.
And
We also-
Oh. Can we get-
Yes, yeah, it is prepared, but the first two is always the silver lining, and the second one, which is the executive function workshop number 2.
I think it would be good to share the agenda every
Yes.
time you guys have the. Okay,
We'll share it with you. It's already done.
thank you.
So can I ask the board to reaffirm the voting to change the schedule of PD?
Motion to change the schedule of professional development from a Monday,
February 9
from February 9 to
a Friday, February 6.
a Friday, February 6. Motion, please.
Yeah, I move that we accept the change in the BD number 8 according to the CEO report.
Second, please.
A second.
Vote, please. Aye.
Aye.
Can we get a notice out to the parents as soon as possible?
Yes. So yes, the letter is drafted. I believe it will be sent out today after your.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. The parents might have some.
All right.
And we posted on our website as well. We informed the PTO
Yes.
as well prior to.
That should
To the plan.
That should be enough. You think the parents will not access that?
They have access because every time a letter is sent by
Yeah.
email, we also
Sure,
print
sure,
out
sure.
hard copies for the parents who don't have. And
Correct.
then we post it on our marquee over there in the
Yeah.
front. And then we post it everywhere. And actually, at times we connect with the radio station just to inform their
Yeah.
the
Let's go.
community.
Yeah, let me just go back. The dual enrollment, we started a couple of years ago.
In 2024, it was
Yeah.
officially
Yes,
approved by
yes.
the board, the
Yes.
policy in 2020.
And we have a few students that are actually currently on
So this
that.
is the
right?
second
So we
year.
shared that with Senator Tina, and just to know that that's something that we have done, because if she legislates that up, then it would be nice to see that, for her to know that it's not a compliance issue. We were more vision, it's a vision of the school that our students go that far from high school on. It's a good information to share with the center. Those are good ones.
We have students also who go to trades academy.
Yes,
It's academic,
but
yeah.
they were
Yeah.
trades before. They went to. We have students going to trades
I
prior.
remember
to,
my son.
Prior to
Every
your OG,
center,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's an ongoing,
yeah,
and we really promote students.
yeah. For the
to-
enrollment, yeah.
because that will prepare them as to how high school is different from college.
Yes, yes.
Being on their own, trying to get things done again and make sure that
Time
we are
management.
prepared for college and the careers
So-
of their choices
So
as
included
well.
GCC enrollment as well for our high school. That would be, I'm quite sure she'll be happy to know that we're on track. And oh, no, we are actually pioneering. If we already have done that, but
Yeah.
it'll be nice for her to know.
We'll let
Thank you.
her know. So for you,
Yes.
So as of January the 27th, the positions that have been filled are college and career education teacher, full-time CRT. What remains vacant are attendant and safety officer, and I'm working on it, and I will get to it. I can assure you. School aide, accounting assistant, licensed practitioner nurse, or certified nursing assistant.
Oh, okay.
Go to GMTC. The problem is before they even finish their work, they already take it in. Yeah. Yeah,
Nurse is
really.
very,
Or they go off island to pursue a good nursing career. But I'll ask around. I'll run it by the. What do you need? SAs? Just NAs?
yeah,
Yes,
LPN or CNA, that's.
Yeah. You will not find any more LPN unless you have some retirees who wants
Yeah,
some-
Yeah.
even
their
you,
place again.
yes, yeah.
But even the RNs and LPNs are being called by the PMH for them to work again on a better salary. So some of these guys are going back there with better salary and better benefits.
That's how we
So again,
lost
the
our,
island is dry.
our
I cannot graduate enough on my NAs. By the time they're done, before they even finish their certification exam, they're already lined up for jobs. Amazing.
Yeah, recruit from the PI and they got
But
plenty
even- but-
certified nurse.
Well, let's put it this way. The
H1.
H1s are restricted. The nurses can go under H2B. You don't have to put them under H1, not because they have a college degree or
Oh,
it depends on the work, on how you would explain the work that they're gonna be like a support system, not the main person. That's how you do away with the H1 because Trump already shut that down. Your brother.
It's still-
Mr. Trump,
that's my brother.
you gotta go under the H2 program, under the H2A. I think the H2A is more the medical field. These are your support staff for medication, for the medical field, right? These are your pharmacy technician, your nursing assistant,
Ah,
blah, 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 right? But not the, although their petition, although they are college degree, but your petition should just say, although they have this, but I only have this position for them as
Okay,
assistant.
we'll look
Not-
into that.
Yeah, so that you bring down the salary, you bring down the petition to a tech or to just an assistant. So that is important. You can bring them in.
We'll look into that.
I will have to charge you every time for my immigration consultancy.
okay.
I have license for that. Next, please.
Organizational chart.
Ms. Lu,
You are aligning those positions, the LPN and nursing assistant, in accordance with the staffing pattern.
yes,
We'll never find one.
Good job.
Oh,
The organizational chart changes. If we currently look at it, the principal evaluates the assistants. CEO has a responsibility in making sure that the evaluations rest with her. The CEO, they must align expectations with the CEOs. So, she and I have had a discussion on this, how important it is that the evaluation of both administrators rest.
because then you were charged.
no, this is the current one that we have.
Can we change this now? If we pass this, does it need,
Thus, it needs word voting.
okay, okay, so,
And that has been our discussion,
This is the current one,
If-
right?
if the
That's the current.
evaluation is like under the principal.
can I say that again?
That stays with it. I don't know, I don't have the history of that, but as a former administrator, I can't have assistant principal A be evaluated by assistant principal.
But that's GDO, is much bigger. GDO is much bigger
Oh, no,
organization.
I'm just talking about my role.
Let's make sure that this is something that, that will be according to what we have now. That,
Currently, just
that needs to be changed now. If we pass this according to what.
the recommendation of
recommendation.
trustees. So previously, we came from CAO,
Yeah.
CFO, or CEO.
Yeah.
And then under that would be the Dean of Elementary and Dean of Secondary.
Right.
Those are two different principles, I guess,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
we changed it in 2021, I believe,
Yeah.
to change it to principal and assistant principal to follow GDOE as principal, assistant principal. Therefore, assistant principal is being evaluated by the principal. We, as per Miss Blue's recommendation for internal purposes and evaluation purposes for such a small pool and consistency, both principles actually, it's just a title, right? But we view the principle, they're both principles in nature. One is specific to curriculum and instruction, and one specific to personnel, student personnel. That would be currently being held by Miss Maria as the principal for student affairs. So the recommendation of Miss Lu to be consistent with the board strategic goals,
Right.
which guides the evaluation and the goals and objectives of the CEO. Therefore, the principals spearheading the academics and both the student personnel should also be evaluated based on the board goals, 8 goals and priorities. With that said, she's recommending for a change in the board in this organizational chart where it will be CEO and the 2 principals.
That's not correct.
So, so with that being said, I move that the school administrators be evaluated directly by the CEO.
And reflected the organizational side as such.
Mm.
I second. Sorry.
Oh,
So,
Oh,
I,
I.
second.
thank you.
all right, my turn.
Effective.
Effective
immediately.
immediately.
Right. And the memo out. Oh,
Now, if you, oh, you're done?
I am done. Anything else?
I think that's it. Thank you for that.
budget and finance,
Yeah, if you,
are we done, Dr. Lu?
Yes,
Let's go to budget and finance,
yeah,
go ahead, sir.
yeah, if you take a look at one of the sheets provided in your packet, again, as usual, according to public law 38-60 for fiscal year 26, we are appropriated with the amount of 6,084,000 based on the 7,830.
Yeah,
And the 780 student authorized by the law. So given that, start October 1st all the way to this December, the end of the first quarter, we were dispersed with this amount. I mean, we spent only 932 out of that amount. Yeah, and leaves us with 5.1. Wow, 5.2. And that is about what 15.38%
of the
of
budget.
what we are appropriated with the budget. Now, we are in January. According to what we have in our record so far, we have only 2 disbursements, are only about $283,000.
Still $500,000.
Yeah, and it comes down to that amount that we still have in our budget. It's 4,867,000, and in percentage is about 20%. So I think the bottom line is we're still having money unless somebody rob our
It's a good problem.
It's a good problem.
It's a good problem. You have money and you don't know well how to spend it, where to spend it. Which takes me back with the meeting with the CEO and the chairwoman of the charter school. Pegging the amount now of per pupil cost now.
Yeah.
What is that? 82?
83, yeah.
8,300. So this budget scenario will be for our next fiscal year, 26-27.
Yep.
So, but the problem now, and I think we haven't resolved this, is where do we put the extra money? So those are going to, in our vision, that's going to the new facility,
Right.
right? But we don't know yet. So
Let's be hopeful
I
that
would
we
wait
will.
for the guidance of the CEO, but that was the point that we've been very, very good with our with our disposition of money that is being given to us by the government. We're non-profit organization, publicly funded, and we're really very careful in taking care of our finances, right?
Yeah, GACS is the best as far as
The
I know.
people's money.
And Guam knows that we are the best.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I'm quite sure the auditor with with the
You know, one thing I noticed is,
Senator Ben
yeah,
PJ is not going to be.
it's not, we're
We ask
becoming more
anymore.
friends, but before it was just eyeing on us. Every turn we made, oh, he pointed fingers at us.
When he sees it, when I meet him somehow somewhere, and he goes like, he gives me that look.
Hopefully
No,
not
I still
anymore.
love, I still love Judge PJ.
Yeah, I'm grateful for the administration of
Really
our
good.
funds. You
Really
guys are
pleased,
doing a
well.
great job.
Okay, go, please.
Thank you. So we can now move on to audit committee report. I just would like to update the board that on January 17th, we had a virtual meeting with Ernst and Young as they're doing their audit. And they brought up to us that in fiscal year 2025 budget or audit, I mean, we realized that, or we informed them that we have applied for FEMA grants for the Typhoon Maywar because we didn't have the communication that we were approved at that time. It was not reflected on our financials. Therefore, they are asking if the board agrees to make sure that this is realized and reflected on our fiscal year audit or in our financials for the
Do we have
management.
assurance on that?
24,
Receiving
The
it?
same questions that they asked us, we have assurance
Yeah.
based on the notice of award that we gave them as as a backup document. We were awarded those
Oh, okay.
so we are expecting it. When we actually receive the reimbursements is a different scenario, but however, based on to be compliant with the GASB regulations, federal regulations, we have to reflect those amounts as accounts receivables on our end.
Because we have that assurance and we're doing it
Yeah.
on an accrual basis, so we are
Yes.
entitled to.
So we're entitled, and it has to be during the awarding,
Right.
which is fiscal year 2024. May I ask the board's concurrence and vote to just for the record that you agree to recognizing this amount from FEMA grant as an accounts receivable for fiscal year 2024.
Yeah, I was, but since we have that assurance, there is a notification on that approval. I wouldn't see any problem because it's documented. So I move that we accept that to be reflected in audit report.
For fiscal year 2020.
24 or 25?
24, because the notice of award was given to us on 2024. The audit passed in 2024. It was not reflected as accounts receivable, so it will just be carried on for the audit on fiscal year 2020.
Understand. Great.
Second. Motion on the floor, seconded by trustee Lou. Let's vote. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is the agenda is the corrected fiscal year 2024 citizen-centric report right after the
Thank you for completing that on
Oh,
Friday.
yeah.
yes, right after the OPA released our fiscal year 2024 audit, we submitted our CCR report. However,
Here,
in our entrance meeting with the Office of Public Accountant, Mr. BJ Cruz, I have mentioned to him that we noticed or that I noticed that there are some discrepancies in the assessment results only for Renaissance, not the financials, but
okay.
the Renaissance report, not reflecting um
Something dealing with the students.
with the student performance on the Renaissance. The way I presented to you earlier, it was combined K to kindergarten to third grade assessment results were combined, so which is off by a certain percentage. And I had to bring it up to him because we wanted to reflect transparency for that. So he, based on his advice, we have to submit an updated one with the accurate results for the Renaissance, and we already submitted and he acknowledged that he received the updated report
Right.
for posting in their portal and in our website as well. I just want to let you know that it was already updated.
Yeah, that's one thing I myself would like to emphasize that we keep on doing it. And I know that you're doing it on a timely basis, the citizen centric report. But I'm glad you did it.
That's by law.
Wonderful. It
You
is.
have to put that citizenship every year by law.
We have 60 days to.
Yeah, thank you.
do it
Thank you,
now.
CEO.
Good job.
So we can now proceed to new
So-
business, I suppose.
Okay.
There's nothing for facility, school, health, and safety.
Okay.
On January 9, the GACS already submitted our initial proposed fiscal year 2027 budget. And then based on our recent meeting with the chairwoman, Nancy Cepeda, that we have she has allowed us to give our justifications of that request. May I ask the board to have a motion or concur with that fiscal year 2027 budget that we submitted and
Yes.
updated at 8,300,
8,300.
Per pupil, X amount of how many students? 700? What?
780 and
Mhm.
supplemental for 468,000.
Yeah, my apology on that. I should be there, but
Yeah.
I was just busy with
But
my
keep in
work.
mind, the supplemental is split among the charter schools,
Oh,
so
really?
whoever, I think there was an X amount. And then it was just like, okay, you guys are all pegged at 82 or
8,300.
83, right? But however, I have this extra money that you guys can all buy for, right? So whoever presents the biggest need, get a chunk of that supplemental. Did you?
Yes, we already submitted
Okay.
our
So what was
supplementary
your money?
request,
What was your supplemental?
468,000.
So
That takes over.
And the justification for where it's coming for or where it's
where it's gonna be utilized.
utilized for. The main three would be a facility
Yeah.
in anticipation for 2027 that has a cafeteria and
Our lease here.
a gym, because we have to budget for a lease. We were not totally dependent on the MO. We cannot assume that we will
Yeah.
be renewed
We're
for that.
progressing towards self-sufficient.
To self-sufficient even for that year.
Cool.
So may I have that on
Motion?
anyone who wants to?
Yeah, I make a motion that we accept that understanding of what has been revealed through the chairwoman of
2027.
charter school
budget.
as proposed for the year fiscal year 27,
7,300 per pupil.
8,300
8,300
That's
per
okay.
pupil,
Breaking down.
and 780 students.
with a supplemental of
And with that supplemental amount of 400 plus thousand.
Second. Second. Okay, let's vote.
Aye.
Any discussion? I vote. I. Any discussion? Any discussion, any question?
None.
Thank you.
That-
Board resolution will be
Yeah.
prepared for that.
So that's your new adopted money right now, and I think we have all the projections coming out that these were sufficient. With the 780 supplemental, it's now up to the CEO to justify how much of that would be participated or be needed by the charter school. So trusting her, I know she will do a good job in it.
Yeah.
Hopefully get a chunk of that, the supplemental.
We
But that's
foresee that they-
That's how straightforward the chairwoman was. This is all you can have. And however, I still have this much money. So everybody would have the same amount of money per pupil cost, right? And the supplemental now, it's probably a split amongst the different chart schools, depending on their justification, how they're gonna use it. So it's okay. No choice. You're operating it. Can we afford that? 8,300, can we operate? Oh, yeah. We always,
Definitely.
another amount, we're able to even have the lapses. In the end,
Impossible.
And next,
so
And
we
then
have
balance.
lapses, and we've been very, very good in maintaining our expenses. If you have lapses, other guys have shortage midway.
Yeah.
I mean, we have consistently had surpluses at the end of the year, but that's still here in our tail, right? Because obviously the disposition of that is
we have for FY 2025, we're almost done with the audit. So for the recent audit, we have an approximate 1.4 million unexpended balances, which
from our appropriations.
is a determination that we are financially capable of having a bigger facility that would house our students with.
And I think I kudos to the CEO because there's always been a wrap-up statement that we give to the powers that be, right? That these monies are proving that the charter school are able to afford sustaining funding a new facility. Because if you are on the negative, even on the regular banking eyes, they will say, no way you can afford any of this because you're on the negative, right? You're not operating on the deficit. So this is the wonder of how we maintain our operation. Nothing, we're up to date on whatever finances, whatever obligations we have, and we still have all these lapsed funds because we're good.
We are financially responsible and fiduciary responsible.
They share responsibilities. That's why audits are always good. The only two reasons why you'll survive as a charter school if you have an excellent audit, and at the same time you should be able to become what do you call it?
Accredited.
Accredited. You have to have the accreditation. So that's been consistently through the years, right?
I do not.
Problem. You have so much money.
Okay.
Okay.
How can we use that money?
Okay. And do you want to exit on this and go to executive session?
There's one more item, the proposed STEM school
Or
visit.
what are you?
I don't want to be scared.
What are you? Are you STEM?
Approve
Yes,
STEM.
STEM.
I am Sam.
Okay, I research on the STEM. Go ahead.
So I've had a discussion with the CEO,
Uh-huh.
whether she would be interested in having K through 12, K through fifth, teachers observe. How does that STEM look like at that particular level? How do we take the information that Mr. Crisostomo has prepared and align that to, people learn by doing, people learn by watching. So I'm not proposing anything at this time because I wanted to hear whether she would be interested. Yes. I'm really gearing towards teachers being there to observe, ask questions. She's agreeable to that. I will move forward with having my contact person meet with the principal of the STEM school and see if he or she is accepting or amenable to receiving visitors, because I don't know, some principals are open-minded, some principals, I don't want it, anything. But I'm looking at it positively on how do, people learn by doing, people learn by observing. And so I'm just asking her to see what are the dates that are possible.
Mhm.
Once she determines that, I will have my contact person work with the principal to see, hey, are you willing to receive visitors to observe STEM in this particular school?
On island or off island?
Off island. This particular school is strictly STEM. Okay. And it's very interesting because reading the demographic, they're very similar. And it's by lottery. I have never heard of the school accessing students to lottery. So looking at the demographic, it's all different kinds of socioeconomic background. If she gives me the dates, then my contact person will find out first with the principal if he or she is willing,
Consent,
to
yes.
receive visitors. And then we move on from there. But right now it's very preliminary. Once I get that information, we'll see how that will work.
I know STEM is an acronym. What does
Yeah.
it stand for?
Science, technology,
technology,
engineering,
See, it
mathematics.
speaks louder.
For our
than-
school,
I think, let me just, I think it should be easy done here, because I look at this STEM, all the subject matters of the STEM, right? I don't know if a specialization on that is needed. I think it's just tweaking around on the subject matters that we have under this, make the science stronger, make the technology stronger, and then that incorporate all the facets of what a STEM education should be, right? So look into that, and then of course the resources that Trusted New can have might help propel the school, not necessarily adapting it as a full STEM program. I think we could actually on part of that claim it that we are on this program, but wholly changing the whole, because that will require some very big preparation. Your laboratory should be ready in all the aspect of the STEM education. You should have them ready to do that, which I know we did at the timeline. How much timeline you need to be able to prepare that too. But the adoption of that somehow, not as 100% adoption of STEM, would be wonderful, because that's the world of tomorrow. That's what you want to expose your student. But preparation, financial preparation for that is going to be required, including facility. You cannot put that in a small thing and play around with it now. So that should be incorporated. Hopefully, when we get a new facility, that there is an area where the student can really be able to to participate and put in all the STEM activities that we could put in school. Because some schools are just strictly STEM, right? But for some of us, it's a little too late. But we could take a little bit of that here and there, and get through all the credentialing that you need to be able to claim as such, right?
yes,
That's
and
the
with just to update you too, our We Care program actually touches on STEM development because we prepare our students, right, our high schoolers
Yeah.
for engineering or on the fields that they prefer. But adopting it and making sure it's implemented all throughout the curriculum from kinder to 5 as well
yeah.
is a very good um, a step.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we really wanted to update our children and we
Yeah.
want to prepare them not just only in those fields but including it as a STEAM now, right? STEAM A arts, because we have a great population
Yeah.
where our students are very
Education
good
is
in
developing, right?
arts and we're developing arts
This is just one aspect of the development in education. And it's everything that's good that can bring our students ahead of the game. I'm all for it. As I said, you should start really well, we've been in existence for how long? It's not too late because we're still enrolling elementary, kindergarten, so something to think about, something to look at into the parameters and see where our students can be able to really get into that and excel. That's all we wanted to do is our students be able to excel in all aspects of
And
their
as
life.
part of our improvement plan with our last accreditation, we have specified that we really want to improve on the sciences as
Yeah.
the data shows, right? We have to really focus on developing science as well.
But
So
along with
that's
that,
the
if you don't have really a full laboratory to explore that. And that takes finances now. We have excess money. I mean, we have money to buy, but we have no place to put them. That's so sad. I wanted to have like a full
Everyone is
laboratory where our
surprised.
kids can really just. As a matter of fact, early on here, I think I donated two status what do you call that microscope. I don't know where they are now.
we all have them in the we
Yeah, I
also
can have them
acquired
in
the
the museum.
new
Yeah.
new microscopes from the ARP funds. We
Yeah.
have all of them.
Yeah.
We unfortunately we only have one laboratory,
Yeah.
so they take turns to bring
Yeah, but
the middle schoolers
but
to
I'm
the
excited when
science.
we
Yeah.
have the new facility with like a full laboratory function.
Oh, yeah.
And we started with what we have right now, which is aquaponics and agriculture. That's part of the STEM program in the
Yes, yes.
sciences. So we do what we have, we do with what we have right currently, and we work within
Yeah.
those needs. And of course, we look forward to acquiring more. We're developing and enhancing the STEAM program for Guahan Academy.
Yeah, that really would give our students exposure to the world of tomorrow.
Which is our main mission,
Yeah.
to empower them with proven educational practice.
And I think like if we move forward with this, with the chairwoman's idea of sisters and then school sisters.
Yes.
I think just imagine that maybe the educators from this particular school would want to come and learn. Become a teacher. You know, you never know, right?
Working. I think we should really look into that budget wise and relationship wise. And it's you would really see the difference. I mean, the big difference. Why this sister school relationship is very important because you network and then you learn from each other. So I remember students from this would be sent to the Philippines and be able to attend some school there, and then but of course the logistics is a different story. Expenses, the security of the kid, blah blah blah. There's so many aspects of it, and I don't want to think about it, but it's just a neat idea. But in looking at the logistics, the security of the child, and all the provisions that comes along with making sure that the learning will be there, but the environment that that person might have to be shocked with or have to live with is a different story. So how do you take that out of the consideration, right? That this kid will be brave and will be able to go and do all the things like a normal Philippine student would do. It's not easy. Take the bus, da 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 da. But I'm not looking at the Philippines only.
You know, the research shows that if we can sparkle the interest of elementary kids, wow, that's a really beginning of a start of how do we move forward with addressing the occupation, the profession of these kids at that age.
Because the CCR, what
Yeah.
level are you introducing the CCR? Elementary?
From kinder.
Yeah.
Kindergarten.
Yeah.
I,
They play doctor,
yeah,
they
you
play
were mentioning
nurse, they
about
play.
the world and
Scientists,
Yeah.
education. tomorrow.
agriculturists.
This is one of the things that is funded by United Nations as well as the World Bank. I understand where now I know it. There was a grant that they offered to the FSM and they thought I would be the one to
Run it.
manage it and run it. But for some reason, I don't know where it's in
You know, sometimes it makes me wonder, I think I want to be a kid, so I can participate.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You can be
Actually,
one
don't.
again.
We didn't. have those opportunities at our during our
You're gonna make your baby again.
it's always traditional.
It's a state of
Want to
mind.
reverse the world.
Right? It's a
Yeah.
state of mind. I'll give you a bottle.
Okay,
I'll make you a bottle. Okay, next. Come on, let's go.
We can move to executive session.
Okay,
We'll
please.
take, we have to.
I make a motion that we rise from regular session into executive session.
Second,
Motion seconded. Let's vote. Out. Out.
Aye.
I. Out of the.
In addition to that,